Hello everyone. Today we are going to start a journey to Python where we are going to cover almost all the topics of classes 11th and 12th of CBSE board. We all know that Python is a very important language and we call that language as a language of future. So let me start our journey without wasting any time. So we know that Python has two modes of working. One is the interactive mode and one is the descriptive mode. The screen which is in front of you is interactive mode where you write the command and you get the result immediately. For example, if you write here 6 plus 8, you immediately get, as you press enter, you immediately get 14. That means whatever you are writing the commands, you're getting your result. But in descriptive mode, you can save your program and you can execute that program later whenever is required. From this mode, you can go to the descriptive mode by just pressing Ctrl N. You open a new file. You can write few commands here. For example, if you write x equals to 7, y equals to 9, and you just write a print statement, simple program, x plus y. So here you are not getting result immediately. You have written 3 commands here, and then you can save this. Let me save this by the name, say, test, and you can execute this by pressing F5 from the keyboard. So as you press F5, you will get the result 16. So that means this is a difference between your descriptive mode and your interactive mode. In descriptive mode, we can save our program for later. Now the next is character set. There is another term come up, character set. What is character set actually? Character set is not a part of only Python language. It is a part of almost all the language. Even English has its own character set. Character set are the valid character which you are using in that particular language. For example, in English you are going to use alphabet A to Z, capital case, small case, 0 to 9 digits, and some symbols like your question mark, full stop, exclamation. So this is what make the character set of English language. So for Python we have alphabets A to Z small, capital, digits 0 to 9, some special symbols like your plus operator, minus, division, multiplication operator, your greater than, less than, equals to sign, your curly braces, square brackets. These all symbols we are going to use in Python. We'll learn that where we use these symbols. So all those valid symbols, all those valid character which is recognized by Python is called character set. Next term is token. Token is the smallest unit of your program. Smallest unit. For example, if you just write a statement x equals to 8. So here you have used 3 token. One x, that is your identifier, that is your variable name. Equals to, which is your operator. 8, which is a literal. So there are 3 token here. So token can be of various types. Token can be your identifiers, token can be your keyword, literals, operators, punctuators. So let me understand one by one. What is identifier? Identifier is the name of any variable, means the one who identify. The name of any variable, name of any constant, name of any function, name of any module. Like we just save a file by the name test. We just save the file by the name test. So that is the name of the module, that is the name of the file, that is identifier. So here x equals to 8, x is an identifier, x is the name of the variable. Next is keyword. Keywords means reserved words which have special meaning for Python. We'll discuss these keywords later also. Then I will tell you what are the keywords and what are the various keywords available in Python. Literals. Literals are constants. That can be your numeric constant, that can be your string. So it can be numeric, it can be non-numeric, like x equals to 8. 8 is a numeric. If you write x equals to Amit, so this is a non-numeric literal, that is a string literal. Next is operator. We'll discuss this term in detail in the upcoming chapters. So, but otherwise, for the definition point of view, operators is a symbol or a word that basically perform a particular task. For example, if you write 4 plus 8, so here plus is an operator which do a particular task of addition of two numbers and return. Python also support dynamic typing. What is dynamic typing? Dynamic typing means that you don't have to tell to variable that this type of data you can store, like in other language, like in C or C++. Before using a variable or before initializing a variable, you have to declare with its data type that int x, that means you can enter integer value in x only. You cannot enter floating point value, you cannot enter here a string value. But in Python, it's not like that. You simply write x equals to Amit. You can simply start y equals to say 9. You can write z equals to 9.5. Python automatically takes their data type. Data type of x is string, data type of y is integer, and data type of z is float. You can verify this by just typing. You can identify the data type of a variable by using this type x. See, class str, there is a string data type. If you write type y, it's integer. If you write type z, it's float. So we'll discuss the data type in detail in the next class. This session is still here only. If you want notification of the upcoming videos, you can subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you automatically get the next video. Thank you.